Forgive me, please.
For what? Nothing to forgive.
Well, yes, there is. I mean, I walked in here and you were asleep.
Oh, well, the door was open.
Yes, that's right, it was. Actually, I looked in the window as I came around the corner of the house, and I saw you sort of lying there in the chair. I got a bit frightened. So I'm very relieved to know you're all right.
Well, so am I.
You were dreaming when I walked in, you know.
Dreaming? I don't remember.
And you talk in your sleep. Did you know that?
No, I do.
Yes, you do. You said Viki.
I did?
So you must have been very surprised to open your eyes and find me standing there, unannounced.
Yes, I was.
Well, there's a very good reason for it, and it's this. It was delivered to our house this morning. I guess they didn't know you'd moved here.
Thank you. Oh, I know what this is. This is Research Associates. Another load of research material on Victor Lord for my book. It's all here. That's great. Your father was quite a man. Not only as a soldier and businessman, but as a person. The more I get to know about Victor Lord's personal life, the more fascinating he seems. It's like every piece of the crossword puzzle is put in, and the picture just gets larger instead of closer to completion.
Do you know, I don't remember these chairs. Were they Sarah's or are they yours?
Let me ask you a personal question.
Don't see why not.
Why are you uncomfortable when I bring up the subject of your father's personal life?
I'm not.
Well, I say Victor and you say chair.
Let's call the whole thing off.
Oh, well, see, now you're doing it again. You're just a conversation away from a discussion about your father's personal life. You talk about his military career, but never about his personal life. You extol his virtues. And I'm not sure whether you liked him, loved him, loathed him.
Why would you even want to know?
Well, it might help me understand something. I just can't help wondering if your need to get Andrew and me back together might not have something to do with your wanting to make amends to your father.
I'm sorry, I really think I must go.
No, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I was being rude.
No, you're not being rude. Certainly not after all the questions I've asked about your life. No. You're just making assumptions about me and my father, and you don't really know anything about him or our relationship.
Well, I think I know a good deal more about your father than you give me credit for. That's one of the benefits of being a biographer. And I think I know Victor Lord so well that I could make a pretty rash assumption. There are striking similarities between him and one Sloan Carpenter.
Are you deliberately trying to make me uncomfortable?
No, that's not at all my intent. Please sit down. I'm just trying to know you better.
Why?
Well, to understand you would help me to understand myself. And these feelings I'm having about you.
Oh, no, we have to stop this.
Viki, I have to talk about it. We both do. We've been dancing around the obvious far too long.
I don't know what it is that you consider so obvious.
Something is happening to us. Now, we've been creating obstacles all the way along. We've been making, out of pebbles in our path, boulders, anything to avoid facing one plain and simple fact. You and I care a great deal for each other.
Well, I don't think that your illness and your very difficult relationship with your son are pebbles.
Am I wrong?
Sloan, you mustn't. No, please stop. You must.
I can't.
You must stop.
Viki. Dad?
It can end right now. Sloan, you want the carpenter name off the quilt? Go ahead. Do it. Andrew, no. Leave him alone, please. If he wants to take his son's name off this panel, let him do it himself. Sloan.
Can't do it, can you, Dad? Dad, are you all right?
No, I'm not all right. And I won't play your game.
My game?
Get Dad's goat. Why do you do this to me?
Well, I'm sorry, Dad, but everything doesn't come down to you.
Are you pleased with yourself?
Oh, Sloan.
If your intention was to humiliate me, you've succeeded.
I'm sorry. Sloan! Sloan! Sloan? May I come in, please? I never meant to humiliate you or to hurt you in any way. I think you know that.
Well, what do you call that? Happened back there with the quilt panel, handing me the scissors.
I was giving it my best shot. I want so much for you to accept your son and the love that I know you feel for him, but I pushed you too hard. I'm sorry.
You pushed me up against the wall. Do you think that I'm so far gone that I don't know what I'm feeling?
I think you have trouble with it.
I have trouble, all right. I have lots of trouble. But not with knowing my feelings. I know exactly what I feel. I saw those bits and pieces of my son laid out. I felt violated, enraged. That my privacy, my family's privacy, was flaunted for public display.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry. I am sorry. I am sorry I have a son who will not let the dead rest. And you insist upon putting me in touch with my feelings.
Well, you can certainly attack me for whatever it is I've done. But then I think you should deal with the truth.
The truth?
No one was flaunting anything. Oh, Sloan. I was watching you when you were looking at the panel, and I saw it in your face. You love your son. But for some reason, you insist on covering it up. Why? Why won't you allow yourself to feel that love? What's wrong? Whatever William did, it's over. It's long gone. Now you can go back to the beginning.
I will not go back. I live here. I live now, in the present.
You're a military man. You know something? In that respect, you really are like my father. You're so good at discipline. Why don't you let it go? Or are you too afraid?
I am not afraid.
Of course you're afraid. You're afraid, just like the rest of us, that you're going to die alone and there'll be no one left to remember you with love.
Now, Viki.
You know something? If you push Andrew away anymore, that fear that you have is going to come true. Sloan, you have to help yourself. Now.
How?
Go see Larry Wallach and get the treatment that you need.